Hey everyone, and welcome! Today we are diving into a piece of tech that is, no joke, a complete game changer for anyone in the furniture restoration business. We are talking about the Chihalo Laser Furniture Stripper. I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head, right? If you're in this business, you've been there. The endless dust, the nasty chemicals, the sheer amount of time that just disappears on prep work. It's the biggest headache in the entire industry. So let's just call it what it is. It's a bottleneck. These old school methods are what really hold your business back. They limit how many projects you can take on, and at the end of the day, how much money you can actually make. Let's dig into what that really looks like. Okay, so let's put sanding head to head with the laser, and the difference is, well, it's night and day. Look at precision. Sanding is poor because you know how it is. It's so easy to accidentally take off too much to ruin a detail. The laser, on the other hand, gives you micron-level control. And speed? We're talking about a job that takes hours, and you're now doing it in minutes. That's not just an improvement, that's a massive leap forward. Oh, and the dust? Pretty much gone. And look, it's not just about sanding. Chemical strippers bring their own whole world of pain. You've got serious health risks from breathing in those toxic fumes. You've got the environmental nightmare of getting rid of hazardous waste, and all that extra time you spend just cleaning and neutralizing the piece. Plus, there's always that risk of the chemicals seeping into the wood and just wrecking the grain. The laser? It just skips all of that. Okay, so we've talked about the problems, enough of that. Let's get to the good stuff, the solution. This is where laser stripping comes in. It's the modern, smarter answer to all those old frustrations. At its core, the concept is beautifully simple. It's a tool that uses focused light, a laser, to literally vaporize coatings like paint and varnish right off the surface. The two key things to remember here are without physical contact and without chemicals. That means no sandpaper, no scrapers, no solvents, just pure energy doing all the work. So how in the world does it actually do that? Well, it's a really cool four-step process. First, a fiber laser creates the beam. Second, that energy gets absorbed by the paint or the finish on the surface. Third, and this is the magic part, the coating goes through sublimation. It turns instantly from a solid right into a gas, just poof. And fourth, the wood underneath, which reflects the light differently, is left completely safe and untouched. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait, a powerful laser near a delicate, antique piece of wood? That sounds kind of terrifying. But this is where the sheer genius of the technology comes into play. Let's look at how it actually protects the very thing you're trying to save. So the most important thing to get is this. We are talking about micron-level precision. That's a level of control that is just physically impossible to get with a sander or a scraper. The laser can tell the difference between the coating and the wood itself, zapping away that old finish while keeping every single detail of the original wood grain and those intricate carvings perfectly preserved. And this right here is absolutely crucial. Not all lasers are created equal. For wood, for furniture, you need a pulsed laser. It works by delivering energy in these tiny, super fast bursts, which vaporizes the paint without giving heat a chance to transfer into the wood. A continuous wave laser, or CW, on the other hand, think of it like a blowtorch. It's a constant beam, and it will absolutely burn and damage the wood. So for furniture restoration, it has to be pulsed. It is non-negotiable. End of story. Okay, so the tech is incredible, but does it actually make financial sense for a business? Let's get down to the bottom line and look at the business case, because this isn't just an expense, it's an investment that pays for itself and then some. I mean, just look at this chart. It perfectly captures that massive leap in efficiency. A dining chair that might take you 3 hours to sand, you can strip it with a laser in about 30 minutes. That's a time reduction of over 80%. For your business, this means you can finish jobs 3 to 5 times faster. You can take on more clients and just dramatically increase your shop's output. All right, let's talk numbers. The upfront cost for a professional 200-watt pulse system like we're recommending is around $7,500. And yeah, that's a real investment. So let's immediately break down how you get that money back, starting with all the time you're going to save. Let's say your shop strips about 10 pieces of furniture a month. If you save an average of, say, 2 hours on each piece by using the laser, you're looking at 20 hours of labor saved every single month. That is half a week of work that you just freed up. Now, let's put a dollar amount on that. Even at a pretty conservative shop rate of $35 an hour, those 20 hours you save every month add up to over $8,400 in annual labor savings. I mean, think about that. The savings in the first year alone more than cover the entire cost of the machine. And that brings us to the real bottom line. the payback period. Based on these numbers, the machine fully pays for itself in just about 11 months. After that, it's a pure profit generator for your business. And that's not even counting all the money you're saving on things like sandpaper and chemicals month after month. So maybe you're thinking, okay, I'm interested. That's great. But it's super important to get the right tool for your shop and your needs. So here's a quick checklist to help guide you. First thing you need to think about is power. As you can see here, for most professional furniture jobs, that 100 to 200 watt range is the sweet spot. It gives you the perfect balance of speed and precision, and it can handle everything from a light varnish to multiple thick layers of old paint. And here are the other must-have features. We said it before, and I'll say it again, a pulse laser source is #1. Don't even look at a CW laser. Beyond that, you want a comfortable ergonomic handheld gun, adjustable settings, and practical things like a focusing light and a nice long cable. And just look at that lifespan, 100,000 hours. That machine will probably outlast the building it's in. So we'll end with this thought. This technology, it's not just a new tool. It's a fundamental shift in how this work gets done. Your competition is getting faster, they're getting cleaner, they're getting more precise. With tools like this out there, the question is no longer, can I afford it? The real question is, can I afford not to? Thanks for joining this explainer.